Hi, all. Welcome to this session on descriptive statistics overview. So, the last video we've seen that two branches of statistics, that is descriptive and inferential. So, in this video, we are going to analyze the descriptive statistics and we are going to see the overview of it. So, as we know that descriptive statistics is nothing but summarizing the data. So, what is summarization? Since you have huge information, so you are bringing it to some points, like for an example, so you have a huge sales information and it is about sales and cities. Now you summarize it and then you represent the data city wise, like for example, Chennai 2500 sales, Mumbai 5000. So you are summarizing the data to certain point. Now, so what is here, like what are the measurements that we can like we are going to use for the descriptive statistics? That is what we're going to see now. So descriptive statistics is nothing but it enables the organization to baseline the data, and once you got an idea about the data, then you will start finding the patterns. Okay, when you start summarizing the data, you will understand which city is having the highest sales, right? So similarly, when you baseline the data, you will start understanding the pattern. So basically, you are turning the raw numbers into an actionable insights. So focus on what data is saying. So right, for an example, we have a data is nothing but a history. Something has already happened, so you are going to use the data for the future. You are going to predict something. So now you need to understand what the data is saying currently at the moment, right? So that we can predict for the future. So descriptive statistics again helps the team summarize the large data set, reduce the noise, and establish a shared understanding of performance. Okay, so this is the overview. So what are the measures that we are going to learn in the descriptive statistics? So the first one is measures of central tendency. So the name itself says that it is something about center point or something. So you are going to, let's say you are going to deal with 1,000 of row, okay, information that consists of 1,000 rows. So now, so can you do you have time to go and analyze each and every row? No, right? So but we need to conclude something about that 1,000 lines. Let's say for an example, the average age of a classroom. Okay, so you are representing some 30-40 students and you are trying to say that in just one point, right? Average age of the classroom is 18. Okay, there might be 20 and there might be 16 years as well, but then you are coming to conclusion and you are telling that the average age of that particular class is 20. Okay, so that is the central tendency. Okay, so you are trying to you know give a certain point, okay, one point that represents the entire data, but not every time the average will be useful. Okay, so you have three different methods: median, mean, mode. Okay, mean is nothing but the simple average, median is the middle value, and mode is the most frequent value. So let's see in detail, okay, in the next video. But right now, we'll see what are the measures of central tendency. So now another measure that measures the dispersion. See, when you are again dealing with 1,000 row of information, so you can't go and check each and every row. At the same time, you need a range. Okay, what range I'm dealing with? Okay, how the data points are clustered. Because see, if you don't know what you're dealing with, how will you come to a conclusion? Okay, so let's say for an example, you are introducing a car. You are trying to price your newly developed car. So how will if you have the car prices of India, so if you don't know the range of the car prices, how will you price your car? Okay, so we need to understand the range. What is the highest and what is the lowest, and standard deviation we will see in detail in the upcoming videos. So the standard deviation is nothing but a score that gives us an idea that how data points are clustered towards your average, which means, like for an example, if your average age of the classroom is 80, so how the other students age is like very much closer to 18, or they are like 16, 15, 14, or the how are the other students age, how clustered towards the center point, that is the main point. Okay, so that's what we're gonna see in the measures of dispersion. There are certain calculation involved. Okay, so we will see in the upcoming slides. Now, once you found out these measures, now you have to visualize your data. Okay, so that we can find certain patterns. Okay, so you will put them in the bar chart, so pie chart, histogram, but all these charts, right there, we have to follow certain principles in order to. So let's say you are plotting a pie chart. So what type of data should I plot for pie chart, and what type of data should I plot for bar chart and line chart, and so on. Okay, so we need to follow certain principles while plotting it. So we will see in the upcoming videos as well, one by one. Okay, so this is the descriptive statistics overview, and in the next following slides, so we will see the calculation wise, like what is mean, median, mode, and what are the significance that we need to understand. Okay, why it is mode. So when I say mode, we take the center point, right? Why it is so. So we will understand all these small things in the upcoming week. Thank you.